The diagram shown depicts an infinite ladder of resistors, where each new rung features resistors that are double the resistances of the resistors in the rung below it. What is the equivalent resistance across the two nodes indicated A and B in ohms?
This is the quadratic.
5 seconds.
3 plus square root 17 all over 4.
That is correct.
And with that,
I was at Berkeley Science School last weekend, and the semifinal matchup was decided on this tricky yet interesting physics question. Let's see how to solve it. So we have our infinite grid of resistors, and we're trying to find the equivalent resistance between points A and B. And what does that even mean? So imagine we have a battery. Let's say we have a battery, and it's connected to some resistor. That's not a very good drawing here. All this is saying is that if we replace this entire grid of resistors, well, imagine we have these 2 points A and B over here, and we replace this entire grid of resistors with one resistance value, it's going to produce the same overall effect in the circuit. The current over here is going to be the same. So we're trying to solve for what is the equivalent resistance between these points, or the resistor that will be equivalent to this entire giant infinite grid of resistors. So how should we even go about doing that? Well, of course, if we have our series case, we just add the resistors up. If you have two resistance A and B, it's just A plus B. And then the parallel case, it's also not too bad. All we do is we say, okay, between A and then we have a B, and then we just do the net resistance is 1 over A plus 1 over B, and then 1 over all of that. So that is the standard formulas for series and parallel resistance. But over here, we have something a lot more tricky going on. So let's just start breaking this down piece by piece. So we have a 1 ohm resistor over here, and that 1 ohm resistor is connected to all of this. And okay, so what is all of this? What is all of this really? Well, we have a 1 ohm resistor here, and then we have something else here, another giant infinite kind of setup here. Okay, let's try and unpack this. Okay, so we have this. Let's start off with this. We redrew this really quickly. So this is basically all of this stuff over here, right? So imagine we replace this 2 ohm resistor with something else. Let's say we were, like, remember, we can always do that for circuits. We can always replace any combination of resistors with like some one resistor. That's just always true about resistors. So we can replace all of these resistors with one value, resistance, with a resistance of X ohms, let's just say, right? And now, okay, what is X really? We don't really know. So this is all, we know this can be simplified to one value though. We know that's always true, unless it's infinite, of course. But this, we're assuming here, it's not going to be infinite. So let's just say all of that would be some value, X. And now, whoops. And what about the value, resistance between A and B? Well, let's just say our resistance between A and B, let's just call that R. Let's say we're trying to solve for R, with the equivalent resistance between A and B. And so what is this value of X really? Well, notice something really interesting here. So X is basically just saying, okay, we basically just take this kind of sub-diagram, right? And we're saying, okay, what is the equivalent resistance between this point and this point, excluding this 1 ohm resistor? And that's what X is really. And if you can find X, then we can then find what is the equivalent resistance between these 2 points using our parallel resistor rule, and then add that to 1 to get our net resistance. So, okay, let's try to see what actually X is. And I have another diagram over here, and I accidentally erased one of the lines. So notice that this is just everything after here. This is basically all of this stuff I was talking about earlier. I just redrew it over here. And this, we know that the equivalent resistance between these 2 points is just X. Why? Because that's what we just designated. We have 1 ohm here, and then we said all of this is equivalent to X. So all of this is equivalent to X ohms. But what is this? 2, 4, 8. 2, 4, 8. Look here. 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay, look here. Okay, 1 ohm here. We have 1 ohm on the top over here. Whoops. 1 ohm on top over here. Then 2 ohms over here. Then 2 ohms on top over here. Then 4 ohms over here. Then 4 ohms on top over here. Then 8 ohms over here. Same thing with these ones. This is just a double, kind of like a double replica of this one. It's the same as our original configuration, except every resistance is double. So what does that mean about the equivalent resistance between these 2 points? Well, like we said earlier, let's say the value we're trying to solve for between A and B, let's say that was R ohms. So X ohms is just going to be double of R ohms because it's the same thing with every resistance value doubled. So we can replace X over here with 2R ohms. That's cool. It's the same thing. It's kind of like, remember we just did a video on infinite towers where we use the same repeating pattern over and over again. Be sure to check out that video if you're interested. This is like kind of the same idea, except now we're using it in physics. So 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, 8. It's the same thing but double. So that's why we can replace this net resistance, all of this stuff, with just 2R ohms. And now let's just try and set up an equation for R. We get that R equals, okay, so we have 1 plus, and then what is the equivalent resistance between these 2 points? Well, that's just 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2R, and that's equal to 1 plus 1 over, okay, that's 2R plus 1 over 2R. So that's just 1 plus 2R over 2R plus 1. And if you're doing this in science, well, you got to be doing it really quickly. So 4R plus 1 over 2R plus 1, 2R squared plus R equals 4R plus 1, 2R squared minus 3R minus 1 equals 0. And now we just quickly use the quadratic formula. 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, that's 9, minus 4ac. Okay, 4ac is 4 times 2 times negative 1. That's negative 8. So 9 minus negative 8. And then we divide all of that by 2 times 2, 4. And then the resistance cannot be negative, so we just take the positive value. 3 plus the square root of 17 all over 4. And that's our answer. That is the equivalent resistance between points A and B. A clever trick, just use the same thing repeating from earlier, and then we get a simple equation for R and we can solve it. So I hope you enjoyed in this video.